me like, oh, so you're the nanny of the baby, how much they pay you?
Oh my goodness, guys.
I was like, no, be sharp,
No, they're
make
not.
sure you don't look like a nanny.
So today I'm visiting my friend Dadalia, so I'm here. So let's go in.
Welcome to my office.
Yes, we are in Dadalia's office. This place is huge. It's homey, it's comfortable. It's like your sanctuary, right? It's a sanctuary. It's really amazing. I love it. So yes, here's the thing. I have something that has been bugging me a lot. So let me introduction, right, of Dadalia, or I'll let some parts. I'll let you introduce yourself, okay?
Okay.
So yeah, as you know, for those who are new, my name is Rhoda. Welcome to the channel. Click and don't forget to ring that bell. So this is my friend Dadalia. You can go ahead and introduce or tell my viewers a bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm a stray kids mom.
Three boys, mom.
And I'm an African wife,
Okay.
which I'm proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah, very proud of.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're here today, right? We talk about we have discussion. We want to talk about the things, the environment we live in.
Sure.
And we share about the feelings and the solution we may had in life.
Sure. Sorry, yeah, I would reiterate that Dadalia is in an interracial marriage, just like myself. My husband is Chinese, her husband is African. So we are both in an interracial marriage, and we have kids. Our kids are mixed kids, and we live in China.
Yeah.
Right. Dadalia is Chinese, I'm Zimbabwean. So yes, today we are going to be addressing some issues that we face as mothers.
Yeah.
As mothers in the society, you know. You have your kids and they are mixed kids, and it's something that is noticeable when you walk out of the street, the street, or when you go out. People will definitely notice that these kids are not Chinese. They are mixed kids, right? So what are some of the things you have experienced? It could be good, it could be bad, but what are some of your experiences with this situation when you take your child or your children outside?
Well, at the first I didn't notice that much, like how big effective can be for my children. When they are small, we always talk because they have the beautiful curly hair.
Yes.
So when my second son went to the supermarket, he makes sure he remove his hat to show everybody, look my hair.
My hair is going,
So
my hair is different.
those grandmother, I was like, look at the hair, touching. So, but with the time he grew up, it became a burden because it's no more enjoying.
People touching,
and talking anymore. It's too much.
Yep.
So, not long ago, I was asking Ryan, so what do you want to be when you grow up? Because you may expecting the children when they're young, they say, I want to be a famous star, I want to be a astronaut, I want to be a policeman, something like a superhero. But he told me, Mom, I just want to be a normal person. So and that thing, I really had to make me think. Well, because I'm Chinese, so you don't feel
what they are going through.
Yeah.
Being different.
Yeah, because they can feel, oh, I'm different.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that because I'm Chinese. I get used to. And then my people talking about all the time, we just laugh over because we feel like, oh, we're the same, but I didn't notice. My children didn't feel
it was hurting your kids.
Yeah, my children feel, no, I'm different. Because mom thinking it's like, oh, you're one of us. My children were like, yes, I'm one of you, but why?
But we are different.
Well, every time when we go out, and everybody only talk about me,
not you.
Yes. They were taking me like, oh, so you're the nanny of the baby. How much they pay you?
Oh my goodness! Guys!
I was like, no, be sharp.
No,
make sure you don't look like a nanny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so yeah, it so happens in that aspect. Like Dadalia pointed out the point that really caught me. Like people, you never felt what people were saying outside. Like it didn't have that punch on you that much, due to the fact that you look like that, right?
Yeah.
So you didn't feel that much, but your kids felt it. Because I think because of some of the comments or some things that are said outside, it made them realize that they are different. Because it's not something that the kids can just wake up one day and know that we are different, but it's based on what they have heard.
Yeah.
So they decided, or they started to see that, oh, my skin and my mom's skin is different. They started to believe and understand it, and then they become uncomfortable in situations like that. Yeah. So what have you done as their mom to try to give them assurance of situations like that?
You know, as a mom, you try all your best.
Yeah.
Like if you say there's a danger or you say something is hurting, and you come over and try to cover everything for them.
Yes.
It's so protective.
Yeah.
So what I be doing is I made my own kindergarten for my kids.
Right.
3 years, and then keep following, hiring teacher, and then we paid to hire teacher
To come and teach your kids at home, like you.
No, we pay the teacher. Actually, we hire the professor come to teach our teacher and let them to know how to teaching the children properly.
All right.
Yeah, because I know most of the teachers have experience, but for mixed children, international children, I want them to do more professional ways.
All right.
So,
all right.
yeah,
So you didn't just want any teacher who just come and say, oh, by the way, you know, in here you meet a lot of teachers who claim to be teachers, but they don't really understand the concept of teaching kids. So it's good that Dahlia understands the importance of this and what she wants her kids to be taught, right? So you wanted something that is helpful, or something that will benefit them in the future. Is you wanted them to be trained in the right way. So you hired trained professors to train the teachers who are going to teach your kids.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what I did the most of the time, and like I spent after school weekend, I was join the conferences and the meeting, and also the teaching lessons a lot, and try to, because it's just beside the group and try to understand, did the teacher receive enough? Did the, like, is this what I need? And then I also have to observing when the teacher was passing out the things to my children, but not only my children, because when I formed a group. I formed a group. I formed like a few moms, they want to do home teaching. So I formed a group and we have like around 10 kids.
All right.
Yeah.
That was basically a school. A smaller group, a school.
Yeah. So that's why I have to observing how the teacher passing out information for the children. And also because you have a prepared environment. So you can actually aware what happened in that circle.
All right.
So all those kids come to this group, and you know they're the children. So what they receive from outside parents, they will come
and let it out. Let it out. Yes.
So you can say that in the small mini environment, and what language they talking, what the behavior they have. So I try to like really reduce the limited damage, like you know the language things.
Yes.
And hate my children. So that's why every time I tried so much to talk to the teacher, creative a fair environment. Like before the children, they want to play, they want to talk, they have to be aware something in their brain, like be polite and
manners, teach them manners.
And also notice about like respect for people. And sometimes like your talking can be so hurt.
All right.
Yeah,
like
so,
be aware of your words and the impact they have on another person.
And also I'm not hiding for the problem. I just told the teacher straight away. And this is my main problem I'm worried about is my children get the language abuse in school. You see that? Yeah. Because the other kids maybe they don't really know what you're talking about. But
they just say things, hurtful things.
Yeah. So that's why I try to make sure this environment I had
is a safe environment for all kids.
It's a fair. Yeah. It's like you want to try to build up a fair environment for the children.
Yeah,
like it's not only for me, because what I want is for my children when they grow up. They saw something is not fair. they will be able to differentiate it, like this is wrong, that's right.
Or
They
to
can be
differentiated.
They can also defend for the other kids.
Yes.
So this one is like important for them to understand, to have a fair environment.
Which I think you did an amazing job there. But then it doesn't stop like other aspects of this. On this aspect, I know most parents I know who have kids who are mixed. Their main challenge is the public school, honestly. Is the public school. Like for me as a mom, my greatest worry right now, my son is in kindergarten. This is his last year of kindergarten, right? He's in the B class, the last stage of kindergarten. So that means next year he will start school. So my greatest worry right now is how he can conquer the public school. That's my greatest worry, to be honest, because a lot of things may happen. Like right now, when I'm walking with my son outside, I'll give you an example. A couple of weeks ago, I took my son out to a supermarket. While we were there, an aunt came to him and said, "Hi, little boy." And like you say, that curly hair thing. "Oh, your hair is beautiful." And she touched. And then she asked my son, "Where are you from?" And my son said, "I'm Chinese. I'm from China. I'm Chinese." And the aunt said, "No, you are not Chinese." Then I said, "I'm Chinese." My son insisted on telling this to her, "I'm Chinese." And the aunt said, "No, you are African." This aunt told my son that you are African. "No, you are not Chinese, you are African." So it left me wondering, okay, what is the definition of being Chinese in this case? Because at this point, I had to intervene, right? And I told her, the child is telling you his nationality. Why can't you believe it? What makes a Chinese person? Is it the skin? Is it what do you expect? So at that point, I realized, okay, I was there to intervene, but it's not like I'm gonna be there all the time. Now looking that he will go to school, I won't be there.
So that's why
it's a worry for me.
Oh, in this case, well, I will also speak up for my children if I saw they're speechless, because they're young, so sometimes their vocabulary or they don't developing that much. But in those kinds of things, it's always a challenge for us. So we need to be there and to tell the children and also the parents, yes, he is African, but he's also Chinese, because dad is Chinese, mom is African. So, and we are mixed. That's why you cannot say we are one part, because we have two. Maybe you only have one, but I have two. So that way you need to let the children, because situation happen like that. It's two sides. But the lady, she probably grew up in the environment is always the same looking.
Oh, never seen this.
They don't experience much of those kind of mixed family, so they just
never interact.
So they
but
insist on their own way for thinking. So we need to educate both sides. We need to educate our children, and at the same time we have to educate the ladies. It's okay, we exist.
It's like I said, it's a challenge right now, because when we do this, it's only that smaller part that we happen to be around this situation or around the child when this is happening. But I'm saying the bigger part is our absence. We won't be there. Like you were saying, on the receiving end, the child might feel really hurt, about what they heard. And you find that some children at the end, they will become so scared to go out to meet people. They won't enjoy school. It may happen in school, yet you prefer, or we hope that in school kids will be treated fairly and equally. But it's a worry now, because I see it. That earlier I am in a kindergarten. I'm thankful that I am there too. So some of these things won't happen because I will say it and I'll speak up. So some of these things won't happen, but I won't be able to protect my son when he is in the public school, because I won't be there.
That's why we say a small environment, a welcome is more easy to help the children than the public school.
Right.
So I will be prefer my choice. I will be prefer how homeschool or the small environment
that you can
until when
see
they
and
until they mature enough. I thought they're strong enough, so send them out, try. If it doesn't work,
come back. Yeah.
I tried that. You know, after the kindergarten, I actually became a primary school teacher.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you know, things you do, like guys, the situation we are in, Dadalia, is not easy. To be honest, it's not easy. I don't know if you have experienced what we are talking about right now. Please put it in the comment section and how you dealt with that. Okay, it's not easy. I know it's a very sensitive issue. When it comes to this. It's very sensitive, and I know things are changing and now people are becoming aware, but not all of the people. Some people still are resisting to this change, and they are not seeing this. So they will still say things that will hurt. You know, for us adults, we can take it. I'm sure it may have happened to you personally. Maybe you walking with your husband. Maybe you have heard things said about you, not the kids, about you walking with your husband. But it doesn't hurt you that much because you're old enough to know what age value, you know what doesn't matter in your life, and you know what to take in and take out. Because you're an adult, you make choices, right? You already make your choice, and nothing people can say outside can maybe make you regret your choice, right? But for kids at this moment, they don't know this. So to be honest, this is a subject that is really hard to deal with. I gotta say, it's really hard to deal with, and we just hope that someday things will be different. But as for now, it's hard.
But I think another thing important is the children, they have a channel to express their feeling. Maybe not to us because we are adult. They don't talk the way like what we talk, so we don't understand, we don't communicate that much. But it's important that your children to have a similar background friend.
Yes.
You know, so when you make a group, they feel powerful.
Yeah. They know where to rely, they know where to talk. Yeah.
See,
like today I brought my son to meet his brothers. I don't know, now we've been away from them for quite some time. I'm sure now they are interacting because we are not in the scene, but he was shy because it's his first time to meet them, right? So I think, like you are saying, that knowing that, okay, I'm not alone, I also have others like me who will make them know that, oh, so I'm not a mistake.
Yeah, and they're sharing the same feeling. Because even though they don't talk about it, but the action, like if people talk like that, maybe the elder one come just grab his hand and let's go play, and you forget about it.
Yeah.
And so that's why you need like elder brother or friend who's more mature, so they can help you with this situation, because you also suffer.
Yeah, they know they've been there and they conquered it.
Yeah, when something like that is like a biscuit, everybody shared.
You're right.
We just get small bits.
Everyone get a bit of that.
When you grow up, it became part of the experience to talk about it.
Of course.
You know, when we in the school time, oh, the principals are so hard on us. So we used to cry, we used to feel so bad. But when we grew up, my friend and we went to different countries and we gather together, we just laugh
about those situations back then.
Those days, what happened?
Yes.
And it became part of our memories.
Yeah. And beautiful memory for that part, right? I'm sure you have that teacher that everyone was scared of, but now when you think of that teacher or that principal or that situation, you laugh about it. Right?
So I think that as parents, we're most like open-minded. We have to open-minded as we accept it, but we need to find a resource to help the children to have multiple choice. Like they can play with different friends, and they can have channels to express out, and developing an interest is also important.
Right.
Because since we are in China, and I help the children to develop an interest to love Kung Fu, and they're all boys, they have energy.
Right.
So now they became one of the best top students in the classroom. The master always like put them in the sample, and they find their bodies, their natural advantage for the others than the others.
Right.
They run fast and they climb fast.
Right.
And nobody can competing with them.
With them.
You know. and everybody will just stand on the side and they look at
And
you like,
watch.
wow, you know.
Those boys are strong.
So you are not only going on the street, people are like, yeah, and they will be like, wow. So, see, by your own effort.
Yeah.
Because the first year they went there, people look at them, oh, those little
They're
black
different,
boys come,
yeah.
start crying. Mom is hurt, oh, you know, I don't understand
I don't
why.
want to
I
go
have to
there
go.
again. I'm sure you had those situations, right?
I
They
just-
didn't want to go back again and said, we are going back there again.
And then what happened? I just hugged, and it's like, oh.
It's okay.
Yeah, no, I don't even say it's okay. I just like hug them. It's like, okay, tell me
Mamas,
everything.
Yeah.
After they talk, I just give a big smile. Let's go.
That's it. Yeah.
Nothing changed, but yes, you can express your
Grow,
feelings.
yeah, they grow
But we
through
still
it.
have to take it. It's the same situation, but after 2 years, like now it's 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
But after 2 years, I already became the best of the class, and after 4 years, they went to crazy jump, like you know the jumping bad bomb. They flip in the air, and they do front and backwards.
What?
All the children, they just
And
stand
look
on
at
the line. They look at it, it's like,
Wow.
wow!
This is
You see?
good.
Your children this time to really receive some honor, and nobody can do that. It's not like when they're small, you know. If they do good, the other also can compete. But this time, because
No
4
one
years
can
in-
challenge them
Nobody.
because they've done this for a long time
Yeah,
and they're proud of it.
the confidence.
They're passionate about it and
So-
confident.
We're still facing the challenge. My son will come back, say, Mom, it's who taught me what and this and that. I said, look, son, you went through suffer when you Kung Fu class, right? Do you still remember the first year how bad you cried? He said, yeah. How you feel now? I said, I'm so proud for myself. I'm so confident. I
That's
said,
it.
that's the same thing. Right now, what you experienced here in China is a big challenge for you. In the future, that experience can make you more strong.
More stronger.
In the
yes.
way of, you don't even know how, but you already taste the sweetness of it.
Yep.
So that's why you take it as the bitter I take now, the sweetest it will become in the future.
It will be in the future.
So-
Yes, that's right. I agree with you
And
there.
the children have a hope, and they know that. Another thing, don't forget to tell them they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And I always tell
They're
them,
really beautiful. One day I had this experience. My son came and said, I don't know, out of nowhere, because it was my first wake up call that, okay, now you realize it's different. Okay.